What's up, ranchers? Welcome back to the ranch. All right, ranchers, I'm in my strip of clover that I call my steel plot, and I use this to help steal the deer from entering on my neighbor's property over that way. This makes a point of interest that corrals them into my property, away from the neighbors, and hooks them right up into the main center of my property. If you didn't see me make that, I could include a link to that video here. But what I'm covering in this video today is how my IMOX herbicide worked on my clover. So if you didn't see, I made a couple of shorts where I sprayed this clover stand, which looked fantastic, with IMOX, which is an herbicide, an aquatic herbicide that's supposed to only kill everything except clover and chicory. So I guess not only, it kills everything but clover and chicory would have been a better way to say that. But whatever, I digress. Here we go. Coming in to give you some pros, cons, thoughts, and looks at what's happening here now, just 2 weeks away from the start of the bow season here in New York, where I am on the ranch. So you can see some major green patches of clover. The herbicide for clover works amazing. I can't say enough of how great this killed everything. And I didn't even use that much on this little plot here. So really, you could see all the lush clover. I'll dive in and show you some of the clover up close and how great it looks. It's dark green, it's lush. Now that the weather is cooling down, it's starting to fill in and get into the areas that the IMOX killed back. What are my cons to it? Because it's sounding like that's awesome. It killed everything but clover and chicory. Well, my cons to it is, if you're looking for a plot that has more than clover and chicory, IMOX may not be for you. And that's because I was, with my research, finding out that the IMOX has some residual effect, and initially it was told to me that it should only be about 2 to 3 weeks. So I waited 3 weeks and seeded into it. Nothing grew. I waited a month, so an additional week, seeded into it. Nothing grew. So then I just stopped, did a little more research, and I've seen that IMOX can keep stuff dead for quite some time, a major residual effect. So I waited till almost the end of the summer here. So I came in that August, mid-August layer with rye, months after I did the IMOX herbicide spraying, and I finally threw some rye in, not a lot because I was concerned that it wasn't going to grow, just to get a feel for where that residual effect of the IMOX is. And I finally got a little bit of rye to pop. So the next time it rains, I'm finally going to come in here and layer this with rye and fill in all the dead spots, or help the clover fill in some of the dead spots, because the clover is expanding. So it looks great. The clover's awesome. It's super lush, but I'm feeling like, unless you want a stand of just clover and chicory, IMOX may not be the herbicide for you. If you're looking for a stand of clover and chicory, IMOX may be the most perfect choice for you, because it's held down the weeds like I cannot believe the entire summer. It's like everything is still dead in between as the clover is expanding into the dead thatch around it. It's pretty awesome. And it really had no effect on the clover. You could see it's dark, it's green, it's lush. The chicory was maybe stunted or slowed down a little bit, but that came right back too and is in here now starting to thrive. So that's my result on IMOX managing clover, and some pros and some cons. Something to consider if you're looking to manage some clover with other things than CLETHODIM, which is, you know, golden standard for clover. All right, I'm gonna dive you in and take a look nice up and close and personal, and really let you see what's happening in this plot. Look at how nice the clover is. It's so thick, it's so lush. It's really coming in nice and green. And look at how dead everything else is that contained grasses and didn't grow and was suppressed all summer. But this is also what I was talking about. We finally have some rye that took, a little bit of rye. So I'm gonna come back in and I'm going to now finally seed some rye in here with the rain. Now that I know that whatever the residual was happening all summer has kind of come to an end on this plot. But I mean, at least I know the rye will come in here and get going. This chicory, that's a weed, but it's looking like really nice clover. I mean, it's pretty nice. And here again, you can see it's so dead and so held back, but finally the rye is finally taken some of the ability to get through this residual effect, and we'll come in here and see. I think it looks pretty phenomenal. All right, guys, that's it. That's the IMOX, that's the summary. If you liked what you saw, if you found it interesting, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a follow, all that kind of stuff. I hate asking for it, but it does help my channel. All right, guys, I'm gonna include some links to all the products like IMOX and some seed that I used in this plot down in the bottom of the description of the video. All right, guys, thanks for watching.